Brandon Aiyuk.
Yes.
Probably the last time I announced his name like that as a top.
Yes.
But Brandon Aiyuk
has
again
300 yards. Yeah.
He gets an extension with the Niners. I for some reason don't know why I don't have the numbers written down. But it was a 4-year whatever
120?
fuck. He got his
120.
extension. He got it. I don't know if it's what he wanted or whatever. It's to the average.
He's making
person,
30.
Yeah, to the average person, enough money. But
yeah, 120.
I mean, are you? I guess my main thing is like if I just off the top of your head had to ask you, and you had to give an answer, like what does that mean? What does this mean for Brandon Aiyuk in terms of all right, you got your extension, all this drama, everything. Now what?
Yeah. I mean, now he has to perform. I mean, he's on a team that will require him to perform. The weird thing for me is like, what was the delay?
How many teams were willing to work with San Fran to get Brandon Aiyuk?
Sure.
The Browns were offering the most money. The Steelers really wanted him, but
why request a trade? You're not going to make more than 30 anywhere else. Well, and if you do, you're not going to make the most. You're not going to make 35 like Justin. You're not going to make 34 like CD.
I mean, that's we don't know. I don't know what.
Why request a trade? Either way, he has to perform. This San Fran team already has an incredible payroll, has the oldest roster in the league, has a quarterback who obviously has proven a lot of things, but again, we still have no idea. Yeah, I don't. For me, I don't like San Fran's team. I think it's again like an injury, maybe 2 away from being nothing.
But you asked like why ask for a trade? Now, can I pinpoint who started that reasoning? Like, I don't know if it was did he hold out and then they went, all right, well, we're gonna shop you and see. Was it True. I want to be traded? Because I don't think that's what it was. I think it was more of like I want my money, but if y'all don't want to give it to me, like y'all can shop me. Trade. Like y'all can shop me.
Y'all can shop me. Yeah, exactly.
And there were reasonings behind all the top teams. You know, Cleveland, obviously they were willing to give him a lot of money, and they had the players that they probably could have got that trade done. Obviously, with the Steelers, Mike Tomlin is probably the number one coach that a receiver wants to go play for. Sure. Jaden Daniels, there was that conversation about.
Well, that was all fucking elementary bullshit.
I mean, but there was a moment where he was posting Washington film, and he was.
I know. Well, I mean, he sat in on a call or a meeting. Jaden sat on a meeting with the 49ers. Not even on his fucking team.
Like I think there was some real shit behind that.
But to me, it's all kind of bullshitty, whatever. And yeah, he's paid now. Same thing with CD. It's like you're gonna hear all this garbage or whatever, but now that you're paid, go out and play and perform, and that's that. Now, what's concerning is Jamar Chase.
Well, let's talk about Jamar in a second. But with Brandon Aiyuk, I'm going to be brutally honest. Before this, I didn't look at him as a wide receiver 1. Because he's not.
I mean, he is wide receiver 1.
Potential?
On the setup of the 49ers. When we look at what Aiyuk is used for, it's used for generally some bigger plays and him extending plays and all that shit.
When we're saying like wide receiver 1, the top weapon on that offense.
Yeah. We're looking at...
He's neither of them.
Well, no. Obviously, Christian is the top weapon on that offense. Now, if we look at stats, Devo doesn't have the same stats yards-wise, but we're looking at
It's
weapon.
stats though. It's stats though. You're
Yeah.
talking solely stats. I think we know who the fuck Debo is, and we really don't have to talk about it. But when you get to play next to Debo, George Kittle, and Christian McCaffrey, and you get to play against a defense that has to worry about all of that,
Yeah. You're going to look pretty good. But my problem is we don't put Brandon Aiyuk in top 5
that's
conversations.
what I'm saying. That's more what I was saying. He's not in these wide receiver one conversations,
No.
but he's pulling these wide receiver
But
one
now he's getting
moves,
paid like one.
and now he's getting wide receiver one money.
But
So
the thing is, it's like San Fran is not deep. And because
okay,
they're so brittle, honestly, it would probably be a bad move if they hadn't paid Aiyuk. Now, is he the best receiver? No, but I don't think San Fran needs the best receiver with the setup of this team.
I
But they
agree.
don't have depth.
I agree, and I think, but the question for like, what does this mean for Ayuk? It's because he's in these conversations now. He's kicked the door down into these conversations.
Sure.
I mean, you got to do better than last year. You have to be one of the
Go drop your
guys,
balls on the table.
one of the top guys.
Yeah.
You need to be so damn good next season that people double down on Brock Purdy being a game manager and he's only good because of his
Agreed.
weapons. And
Yeah.
it needs to be solely because of you.
Yeah.
I just
But I'll be the first to say that I want to see San Fran fail. Just to
you're probably not the
just
first.
to no, I clearly not the first. I want to be a one to say. But just to I don't know, see where Brock's at, see where the rest of this team is at, see what the important factors are, because at a certain point, fairly soon, Brock Purdy's going to have to get paid, and I do not want to see him get paid $50-some million or even $40-some million and him suck dick
Bro,
once he loses a certain player.
bro, career wise, he's already done more than Jordan Love. Let's just be real. He's getting paid ridiculous. He's going to
Agreed.
get paid
And
ridiculous
it's
amount.
kind of a shame that that we look at Brock and put him up there as a top quarterback when we know all and well that there are guys like Lamar Jackson who work with literal fractions of what San Fran has, and has produced 2 MVP seasons and multiple playoff runs in the AFC. So I don't know.
Yeah, I feel you.
I just don't like him in the breadth of these better quarterbacks.
But you brought up Jamar.
Yeah.
What were you saying about Jamar?
Well, Jamar hasn't been paid. Jamar apparently showed up to practice late, unclothed, or not wearing pads or anything. Not unclothed. That's a Antonio Brown situation. Much different.
Yeah.
Do it on the shoulder. But yeah, I mean, I think the Bengals' success kind of rides on Jamar more so than Joe Burrow, in my opinion, and I think they better pay that guy.
Yeah, I mean, I see.
Because otherwise, he's working with who?
I'm shocked you said that because I think an episode or two ago you were saying. I mean, maybe you were more on the side of maybe like the Jerry Jones vibe, where it was like, there's no need to worry because they're gonna. Because I mean,
Yeah, no.
but
now once I thought the Aiyuk thing would go wrong and get done after Jamar. I felt that Jamar's was more of a lock than an Aiyuk because of how much shit we had been seeing about it and how much bullshit was happening. And obviously, CD was going to get paid, but it is weird that it has lasted this long and we got less than a week before the season starts.
I do feel like for some reason that Jamar is gonna have to play this season without an extension. Like, I don't know why I feel like Cincinnati's not gonna budge.
But it's like how, to me it's weird because it's like Jamar's obviously wide receiver 1.
Mm-hmm.
Who's their other guy? Not
What
who
team?
bounced.
T.
Do they have T.
Higgins?
Higgins still or
T. Higgins?
T. Higgins? Their other guy bounced.
Tyler Boyd?
Tyler Boyd. That Bengals offense, that Bengals defense, does not have enough to be a top AFC team, a top AFC North team without Jamar Chase as a threat. Even if he has an incredible season or not, he opens up doors for everybody else.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, for sure. I mean, I feel like the Aiyuk deal. I mean, the Jefferson deal, C.D. Lamb. Now Aiyuk's getting paid. I do think Jamar will get paid,
yeah,
but see, I know it sounds dumb. Like, well, if I do think he's gonna get paid, why don't I think Cincinnati's gonna budge? Because if they don't budge, and then something, God forbid, goes wrong this season, and Jamar, it's like, and he doesn't get paid. It's like, what?
yeah.
I don't know. It just seems like Cincinnati, maybe they're going to be a little more stingy, a little
But
more. Because here's the thing. San Fran, I think deep down knows they have to keep the best talent around Brock Purdy.
agreed.
I think deep down Cincinnati might want to be like, Joe Burrow can get it done with anybody.
But here's the thing:
He can get it done with whoever. He's Tom
if
fucking
they let
Brady.
Jamar slide at any point, and then we look back at this, and obviously Jamar will have a good career. I mean, there's no telling what is going to happen to Burrow, but more times than not, we see quarterbacks struggle without receiver talent, and we see receivers do well without perfect quarterback talent. So generally, we see, like, if Dak doesn't have CeeDee Lamb or if Dak doesn't have a top guy, he's not going to have a super crazy season. So more than not, we'll see a receiver succeed with a somewhat lackluster quarterback. But I have no basis for that. Not off the top of my head. But I think they're both obviously playing hardball. But in my opinion, I think they both need each other. I think the Bengals definitely need Jamar, and I think Jamar at this point should want to stay on this team.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, yeah, stay with the quarterback that I have beautiful chemistry with, and
and then I've played with since college.
Yeah, or go fucking restart.
It's a dream situation.
Yeah,
and
no, he's definitely in a dream situation.
I know that I'm not in the conversations of making $30-odd million a year, but what the fuck's $1 million? At that point.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, it's the same. Like, I get it.
How high are Ohio's taxes?
It's the same thing with like the Brandon Aiyuk question. It's like, what are you gonna leave San Fran to go make $3 million more with what? Pittsburgh, New England.
Go look at Davante Adams.
Yeah,
Davante's not anywhere close.
He wanted to go play with his old college quarterback.
Yeah, that boy
would have been if he went to Washington.
Quick.
If he would have went to Washington, Brandon Aiyuk, because he
and then one of them would have left the year after because Derek Carr got ousted because he stunk. Now, like I said, we can have a good receiver with a lackluster quarterback. Davante Adams has put up incredible numbers as a Raider, but the team sucks.
Yes.
And Derek Carr sucked.
Yes.
But Davante led the league in receiving touchdowns.
Yeah, he did.
So
sign Jamar. Extend Jamar.
Please,
that's your
for their sake. Now, I would love to see that not. I would love to see the Bengals implode.
I know you would.
I would love to see Joe Burrow without Jamar Chase level talent, but
as a Raven, that'd be great. As a Raven
well,
fan,
just me as a hater.
Yeah, and I mean, as a Ravens fan, to not have to deal with Jamar, that'd be
pretty
sick.
awesome. I mean, shit, maybe he goes to the Steelers.